Canada's housing market is about to explode in ways that will shock even seasoned investors. We're talking price surges of 15 to 40%, median home values pushing past $1.8 million, and inventory so scarce some cities have fewer than 200 homes available nationwide. Could your city be next? Or are you missing the last chance to buy before prices hit insane new highs? These are the 10 Canadian cities where home prices are about to skyrocket like never before. 10. Halifax. Halifax is quietly becoming one of Canada's hottest housing markets as migration from Toronto and Vancouver accelerates. As of May 2025, the median sale price sits at $612,000, which is an $87,000 increase from the previous year, reflecting a solid 16% year-over-year jump. But what's really fueling the fire? Housing inventory has dropped below 2.3 months, with only 1.8 months of supply, making this one of the tightest markets on Canada's east coast. Halifax's affordability is a massive draw compared to Toronto's median home price, now at $1.4 million, Vancouver at $1.9 million, and even Montreal nearing $800,000. In contrast, Halifax offers coastal living at nearly 60% less than its western counterparts. That's attracting a surge of buyers from Ontario, British Columbia, and Alberta. In fact, over 14,000 households moved into Nova Scotia last year alone, many zeroing in on Halifax's balance of value and opportunity. The tech sector is reshaping the city. Companies like Shopify, IBM, and Microsoft have expanded operations here, creating over 3,000 new jobs since 2023. The Atlantic Immigration Program has brought skilled workers from across the globe, adding 8,000 new residents annually. Meanwhile, the Port of Halifax supports $2.1 billion in cargo trade annually, and recent expansions worth $400 million are creating steady employment growth. Redevelopment is transforming downtown Halifax. The Cogswell District, a $500 million public-private project, is bringing luxury condos, waterfront retail, and modern office space to life. New home construction in Clayton Park and Hammonds Plains is adding inventory, but demand is outpacing supply by nearly 4 to 1. Investor interest is booming too, with short-term rental permits up 28% year-over-year. With rock-bottom inventory, high migration inflow, and rising home values, Halifax is officially on fire. But while Halifax surprises on the East Coast, Central Canada's hidden gems are heating up even faster. 9. Saskatoon. Saskatoon is experiencing a housing surge that's catching investors completely off guard. As of May 2025, the median home price jumped to $438,000, marking a 19% increase in just 1 year. What's driving this unexpected boom? A perfect storm of resource wealth, strategic positioning, and rapid modernization that's transforming Saskatchewan's largest city into a prairie powerhouse. Mining is fueling massive economic growth. Potash production alone generates over $6 billion annually for the province, with Nutrien and Mosaic expanding operations and creating thousands of high-paying jobs. Agriculture adds another $15 billion to the regional economy, making Saskatoon the logistical hub for Canada's grain exports. When commodity prices surge, Saskatoon benefits immediately. The University of Saskatchewan is becoming a major draw for young professionals. Recent expansions in engineering, computer science, and medical programs have increased enrollment by 22% since 2022. These graduates are staying local, attracted by affordable housing and growing tech opportunities. Average starting salaries for university graduates now exceed $58,000, well above the national average for similar roles. Infrastructure investments are boosting the city's appeal dramatically. The new $38 million North Commuter Parkway has cut travel times across the city, while downtown revitalization projects worth $200 million are creating modern condos and retail spaces. Neighborhoods like Evergreen and Hampton Village are seeing homes sell within 14 days, often above asking price. Here's what's shocking longtime residents. The affordability gap with major cities is narrowing rapidly. While Toronto and Vancouver buyers still get significantly more space for their money, Saskatoon's prices have risen faster than wages in many sectors. From the prairies to the Rockies, Alberta's cities are staging their own comeback. 8. Calgary. Calgary is roaring back to life as energy prices surge, and corporate Canada rediscovers Alberta's economic advantages. As of May 2025, the median home price hit $742,000, up 21% year over year. But what's really sparking urgency among buyers is the wave of corporate relocations flooding the city with high-income professionals. Oil price recovery is driving explosive job creation. With crude oil averaging $85 per barrel, energy companies have added over 18,000 jobs since 2023. Suncor, Canadian Natural Resources, and Imperial Oil are all expanding operations, while new players like renewable energy firms are establishing headquarters here. Average salaries in the energy sector now exceed $95,000, creating a surge of qualified buyers. Corporate relocations are reshaping Calgary's demographics entirely. Companies fleeing Toronto's high costs have moved operations here, bringing thousands of employees who can suddenly afford larger homes. Tech firms like Benevity and financial services companies have relocated entire divisions, attracted by Alberta's competitive tax rates and lower operational costs. These newcomers are bidding aggressively, often offering $30,000 to $50,000 over asking price. Transit developments are improving connectivity dramatically. The Green Line LRT extension, worth $5.5 billion, will connect downtown Calgary to the southeast communities by 2027. Meanwhile, the new airport rail link and expanded bus rapid transit are making suburban neighborhoods more attractive to professionals. Neighborhoods like Mahogany and Auburn Bay are seeing homes sell within 10 days. Downtown revitalization is creating urban appeal. The $1.4 billion Rivers District project is transforming the East Village with luxury condos, office towers, and waterfront parks. Investment in the Plus 15 walkway system and new entertainment districts are attracting young professionals who want urban living. While Calgary capitalizes on energy, Ontario's secondary cities are capturing overflow from Toronto. 7. Kingston. Kingston is transforming from sleepy university town into a major residential destination as Toronto's commuter market expands eastward. As of May 2025, the median home price reached $689,000, up 23% year over year, making it one of Ontario's fastest appreciating markets outside the Greater Toronto Area. The Toronto commuter phenomenon is reshaping everything. With GO Transit planning express rail service to Kingston by 2027 and Highway 401 improvements cutting drive times to under 2.5 hours, Toronto professionals are discovering they can buy spacious homes here for half the price. A typical 3-bedroom house in Kingston costs what a 1-bedroom condo sells for in downtown Toronto. Remote work policies have made this migration surge even stronger. Queen's University is driving unprecedented rental demand. Student enrollment has increased by 18% since 2022, while new graduate programs in artificial intelligence and sustainable energy are attracting international students willing to pay premium rents. Average rental rates for student housing now exceed $2,200 per month, making investment properties incredibly attractive. Neighborhoods near campus are seeing bidding wars for rental units. Historic downtown revitalization is creating urban appeal that rivals much larger cities. The $400 million Kingston waterfront redevelopment includes luxury condos, artisan markets, and cultural venues that are drawing young professionals. The Springer Market Square project and new performing arts center have transformed the core into a vibrant destination. Properties with heritage character are commanding premium prices. Government job stability is attracting families seeking security. With federal correctional services, military colleges, and provincial offices employing over 12,000 people locally, Kingston offers recession-proof employment. These stable, well-paying jobs create consistent housing demand from buyers who can afford current prices and aren't worried about future layoffs. Kingston's academic appeal pales compared to Quebec's cultural renaissance. 6. Quebec City. Quebec City is experiencing unprecedented housing demand as cultural appeal meets economic expansion. As of May 2025, the median home price surged to $547,000, up 26% year-over-year, making it one of Canada's fastest appreciating markets, despite starting from a relatively affordable base. Government sector expansion is creating thousands of high-paying jobs. The provincial government has added over 8,000 positions since 2023, while federal departments are relocating operations from Ottawa to reduce costs. Average government salaries exceed $72,000. And these workers enjoy job security that makes them ideal mortgage candidates. When you combine stable employment with Quebec's generous family benefits, you get consistent housing demand from qualified buyers. Tourism recovery is boosting the entire economy dramatically. International visitors reached 4.2 million in 2024, surpassing pre-pandemic levels and generating over $2 billion in economic activity. Hotels, restaurants, and cultural attractions are hiring aggressively, creating service jobs that support rental demand. The new cruise terminal expansion and Chateau Frontenac renovations worth $300 million are attracting even more visitors. Immigration programs favoring French speakers are reshaping demographics entirely. Quebec's skilled worker program brought 12,000 new residents to the city in 2024 alone, many with professional backgrounds and savings for home purchases. These newcomers often choose Quebec City over Montreal for its manageable size and lower costs, but they're discovering prices rising faster than expected. Limited developable land is creating genuine scarcity. The historic Plains of Abraham, St. Lawrence River, and heritage protection laws restrict new construction severely. Only 238 new housing units were completed last year, while demand suggests the city needs over 800 annually. This supply-demand imbalance is pushing prices higher across all neighborhoods. Quebec's charm is magnetic, but BC's coastal cities offer different attractions. 5. Victoria. Victoria is rapidly becoming unaffordable for average buyers as island paradise meets harsh economic reality. As of May 2025, the median home price hit $1.2 million, up 28% year-over-year, pushing homeownership beyond reach for most local workers earning typical wages. Retirement destination status is driving the luxury market into overdrive. Wealthy retirees from Alberta and Ontario are cashing out million-dollar homes and buying oceanfront properties here, often paying cash and bidding well above asking. Over 37% of recent sales involve buyers over age 55, many with significant equity from previous home sales. These buyers aren't concerned about mortgage payments or local job markets. They're purchasing lifestyle and climate. Tech sector growth is creating high-income jobs that fuel further price increases. Companies like Schneider Electric, TELUS Digital, and emerging software firms have added over 4,000 jobs since 2022. Average tech salaries now exceed $85,000, enabling these workers to compete with retirees for limited housing stock. Remote work policies also allow Vancouver and Seattle tech workers to relocate here while maintaining higher salaries. Island geography creates genuine land scarcity that's impossible to overcome. With ocean on three sides and agricultural land reserves protecting much of the remaining territory, Victoria has virtually no room for suburban expansion. Only 192 new housing units were completed last year, while population growth suggests demand for over 600 annually. When supply is physically constrained, prices have nowhere to go but up. Climate refugees are arriving from provinces experiencing extreme weather. Buyers fleeing prairie heat waves, Ontario ice storms, and Alberta wildfires see Victoria's mild temperatures as worth premium prices. Many are selling properties damaged by climate events and relocating permanently, adding unexpected demand to an already tight market. Victoria's island appeal is exclusive, but mainland BC offers similar potential. 4. Colona. Colona is experiencing a perfect storm of wine country charm and tech sector growth that's driving prices skyward. As of May 2025, the median home price reached $973,000, up 31% year over year, as remote work transforms this Okanagan Valley city into British Columbia's most desirable lifestyle destination. Remote work is enabling a massive Vancouver exodus. Tech professionals earning Vancouver salaries can now afford lakefront properties here while maintaining their income levels. Over 42% of recent buyers came from the Lower Mainland, many selling small Vancouver condos for over $1 million and purchasing spacious Colona homes with outdoor space. When you can work from anywhere, why not choose mountains, vineyards, and lake access? Wine industry and tourism are supporting explosive economic growth. The Okanagan wine region generates over $2.8 billion annually, while tourism adds another $1.6 billion to the local economy. Vineyard properties and luxury resorts are hiring extensively, creating service jobs that support rental demand. Major wine festivals and culinary events attract visitors who often return as buyers, drawn by the lifestyle they experience during vacation. Valley geography is restricting supply in ways that guarantee scarcity. Sandwiched between Okanagan Lake and surrounding mountains, Colona has limited developable land. Agricultural land reserves protect vineyard areas from development, while environmental regulations restrict lakefront construction. Only 312 new housing units were completed last year, despite population growth suggesting demand for over 800 annually. Lifestyle migration from urban centers is accelerating beyond expectations. Buyers from Calgary, Toronto, and even international locations are choosing Colona for year-round outdoor recreation, clean air, and small city community feel. These migrants often pay cash from previous property sales, driving up prices for local buyers who depend on financing. Average days on market drop to just 11 days as competition intensifies. Colonna's lifestyle appeal is powerful, but nothing matches Ontario's economic engine. 3. Hamilton. Hamilton is experiencing a remarkable renaissance as Toronto's spillover transforms Canada's Steel City into a major residential destination. As of May 2025, the median home price jumped to $847,000, up 24% year over year, as Toronto buyers discover they can get twice the space for half the price, just 1 hour away. GO Transit expansion is revolutionizing Hamilton's appeal to Toronto commuters. The new 15-minute all-day service to Union Station, part of a $2.1 billion regional transit investment, has cut commute times and made Hamilton a viable option for downtown Toronto workers. Over 53% of recent buyers work in the Greater Toronto Area but choose to live in Hamilton, where a typical 3-bedroom home costs what a 1-bedroom condo sells for in downtown Toronto. Healthcare and education sectors are driving substantial job creation locally. McMaster University's expansion into artificial intelligence and medical research has added over 4,000 jobs since 2022, while the new McMaster Children's Hospital represents a $600 million investment in healthcare infrastructure. These sectors provide stable, well-paying employment that supports consistent housing demand from qualified local buyers. Waterfront redevelopment is creating urban appeal that rivals much larger cities. The West Harbour GO Station area transformation includes luxury condos, waterfront parks, and cultural venues that are attracting young professionals. The $2 billion Hamilton Waterfront Revitalization Project is the largest infrastructure investment in the city's history, fundamentally changing perceptions about Hamilton's livability and future potential. Manufacturing sector modernization is proving the old industrial base remains economically vital. ArcelorMittal Dofasco's $400 million investment in green steel production and Ford's electric vehicle battery plant are creating high-tech manufacturing jobs that pay significantly above average wages. These workers can afford current home prices and represent sustained demand. Hamilton's industrial transformation is impressive, but urban centers offer different opportunities. 2. Ottawa. Ottawa is leveraging government stability and explosive tech growth to become Canada's most recession-proof housing market. As of May 2025, the median home price reached $912,000, up 22% year-over-year, driven by a unique combination of job security and innovation that creates consistent buyer demand regardless of economic conditions. Federal government job security provides an unshakable foundation for housing demand. With over 130,000 federal employees earning average salaries exceeding $78,000, Ottawa has Canada's most stable employment base. These workers enjoy pension benefits, job protection, and regular salary increases that make them ideal mortgage candidates. When private sector jobs disappear during recessions, government employment remains constant. Shopify and tech sector expansion have transformed Ottawa into Canada's second-largest tech hub. The company's continued growth, despite market volatility, employs over 7,000 people locally with average salaries exceeding $115,000. Amazon, Microsoft, and Nokia have expanded operations here, while venture capital funding reached $2.4 billion in 2024. Tech workers often pay cash or make substantial down payments, intensifying competition. Bilingual workforce advantages are attracting national and international companies seeking Canadian headquarters locations. Companies can access both English and French-speaking markets from Ottawa while benefiting from lower costs than Toronto or Montreal. This linguistic capability has attracted over 40 multinational corporations since 2022, creating thousands of professional jobs that support premium housing demand. Infrastructure investments in transit are reshaping the entire region. The completed light rail transit system and planned Stage 3 expansion worth $4.6 billion are connecting suburban communities to downtown employment centers. Neighborhoods like Bearhaven and Colona are seeing dramatic price appreciation as transit access improves commute times. Ottawa's stability is attractive, but one city combines every growth factor. 1. Kitchener-Waterloo. Number 1. Kitchener-Waterloo has officially arrived as Canada's Silicon Valley North, combining every growth factor into one explosive housing market. As of May 2025, the median home price skyrocketed to $768,000, up an eye-popping 34% year-over-year, making it the fastest rising market in the country, while still offering relative affordability compared to Toronto. University of Waterloo's tech pipeline is creating an unstoppable talent engine. The university produces over 3,000 computer science and engineering graduates annually, many staying local to work for major tech companies or launching startups. This constant flow of high-income young professionals creates sustained housing demand from buyers with growing earnings potential. When global tech giants recruit here, they're tapping into Canada's most concentrated tech talent pool. Google, Amazon, and Microsoft expansions represent the largest corporate investment in Canadian tech history. Google's Kitchener office now employs over 2,000 people with plans to double by 2027. Amazon's fulfillment and corporate operations employ another 1,500 workers, while Microsoft's recent expansion added 800 high-paying jobs. Average tech salaries exceed $98,000, enabling these workers to outbid traditional buyers. Toronto housing refugees are discovering they can afford spacious homes here while maintaining big city careers. A typical 4-bedroom house in Kitchener costs what a 2-bedroom condo sells for in downtown Toronto. Over 61% of recent buyers relocated from the Greater Toronto area, many working remotely or commuting via improved GO Transit connections that cut travel time to under 90 minutes. Innovation Corridor development worth $3.2 billion is transforming the entire region. The new light rail transit system, expanded tech campuses, and downtown revitalization projects are creating a world-class innovation ecosystem. With inventory at historic lows and demand surging from multiple sources, these cities represent the last chance for reasonable entry points before prices reach levels that mirror Canada's most expensive markets.